Hey YouTube, welcome back to UniX TCG. This is part of today's dual drop of Battle Spirit Saga content. I had a video I want to do for spoilers, which is down in the description for white, and they are insane. But I also want to talk about this top 16, not only because it was cool, but also because it actually involves two of my homies, like two of my local homies, and I am so excited and proud actually to put them both up here. So that being said, congratulations to everybody, but from the bottom of my heart, congratulations to Lewis or Bean and Amani as well. They did well, they played well, and I am super excited to have them as my close friends. So with that being said, do want to say if you want to support the channel directly, go ahead and just like the video, maybe hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button so you never miss a beat, and maybe go down to that link tree just to explore all the corners of Universe X. And if you like any of the cards you see in this video, you can also use my affiliate brand link for TCG Player to pick up some singles and give a kickback directly to the channel. But you can also pre-order set 2 by going to Mystic TCG and using my code for 5% off. So with that being said, let's hop into the top 16 deck list and let's break it down. We got some kind of cool settlings in the meta, a little shift that I talk about a little later, and it'll be cool to see what goes down. And if you really want to show me the extra little bit of love, I have a channel, Dragon Ball Gaming. Go down there, hit the subscribe button, help me get monetized on that one, and let's go into the deck list. So when it comes to the breakdown, I'm gonna actually use this infographic made by Cosmic. You should actually look him up. Cosmic plays on Twitter. You can also see him on YouTube. He does pretty much exclusively Battle Spirit Saga content. So give him a look up, subscribe, help him grow his brand. But you can see with his infographic, this is the Play TCG thing that I'm doing the deck list off of. Almost equal parts of purple being core control, some of them being a little more curse heavy, and Pterosaur aggro. And then you also have right after them a whole bunch of blessed yellow, not luster yellow, blessed yellow. Past that, you have some pepperings. You got a Star Dragon in there. You have a white deck list in there, not white aggro, but more like white control. So there are a couple outliers in there, but mostly it was a battle between Pterosaur and core control with some yellow thrown in there. So yeah, let's actually get into the individual deck list courtesy of Play TCG. And once again, thank you for everybody that showed up. Thank you for Cosmic for putting this infogram up. And then yeah, we're gonna get in there. So yeah, let's actually start off with the top 16, move our way up. First, in top 16, we got Travis Reed Wintz. Congratulations to everybody. But we've got a Pterosaur aggro deck. Most of this is pretty standard. Some things that stick out to me, of course, you've got the Swordsaurus here. He's just actually a tech that kind of elongates your battle step, or your attack step if you have it set up right. Because once you have a creature or a spirit like this, you'll be able to weave in attacks. You swing with this spirit when it's at level 2 or 3, then you swing with a Pterosaur. If that Pterosaur gets blocked, you untap this guy, you swing with him again, rinse, lather, repeat. Using functions like this, you really can get in anywhere from 1 to 4 more swings. It really depends if your opponent doesn't have that ice shield and they are forced to block. So very cool card. We got Dural, well, what's his name actually? Why did I just hit the serious misstep on that? I just call him Dual Gun. But Mechalor Dyna, you have that one in there just to push through for absolute game. And that's pretty much it. Nothing really to say too much about this list. I liked seeing the core drain in here. Core drain is very interesting because yes, it can be expensive at 3, but a lot of times in this game there are times where it's not like some of Bandai's other games where cards in hand or counter power or anything. You'll just be able to use these cards just to punch through. You have 5 extra cards in hand, you don't need them, drop them to remove something that could have gamed you. So pretty much that. Then moving on to the next one, we have got a purple list. This one very much so seems like core control. I'm looking at all the cards here. You guys should know I'm a purple main, so I'm definitely digging this. Nothing out here in the main seems out of the ordinary, but we are looking at Dual Gun in the side, Maduke in the side. Angelic Pressures make sense. I'm seeing the slash from the TP in there, and that one is a little surprising, but I can't understand that for the extra removal for the Nexuses. And then you got the suppression in there because that's pretty good. There's a lot of rush decks where instead of trying to put bodies on the field, you just need to put one good body on the field, and suppression will kind of do the rest of the work for being almost a pseudo ice shield. Moving on, next, I actually had the joy of playing against this in my store championship that I just went to yesterday. But basically, you got essentially Blessed Yellow. Now, this one has a bit of a splash into white, and I do actually like that. Dream Bomb is just one of the best cards in the game currently, and it also doesn't hurt to be able to take the core count down on your ice shield as well. But you've got some Numengard bodies out here to be able to ramp even more so, draw even more so. In this hand, you spit them out so rapid fire in this deck, so drawing 3 plus 3 cores is going to be able to be really good. You got some Alice's in here just to be able to sustain your board past clears, and of course you've got your Dual Eagle and the Hippocampo to make sure that your blessed are going well. The sideboard is really nice. I see another copy of Enterprise to stop them from being torn apart by purple in most cases, and red especially, because red has a field day with these yellow decks. Flamefish for defense. You got the Ice Maiden for purple. You have Dynam just for punching power at the end, and then yeah, Rocket City. So you've got a pretty comprehensive sideboard. We're gonna move over to the next top 16 deck. This is a full white deck, and it actually goes into its bigger side. So this is like mid-range to control white. You've got the Axe Spider is one of the best cards in this format. Dual Dynam, yep. You've got the Enterprises. Everything in here is pretty good. Suppression. This deck is basically just meant to stabilize and then just work off the back of an unbreakable board to late game. I see it. Like it's here. I see the vision. Next, you've got another Pterosaur deck. Pretty much same. This one forgoes the use of dual gun and kind of focuses a little bit more on like a sacred, like I see the 2 sacred beasts in there. Still got Sortosaurus to commit to those wider poke turns, and the side deck is pretty cool. Like Andromeda comes in for more Nexus removal, Ice Maiden comes in for purple, Dream Bomb is Dream Bomb. Yeah, it's pretty standard, but also congratulations, all these people. And just so I don't forget, you got Taylor Metzger, Michael Fledon, I'm thinking, Damon Beecham, and then you've got Caleb Turco. So this is these are all these people that happen to get into their top 16s enough. Then next, you've got another Blessed kind of beat down by Ashton Edwards. You guys, if you don't know this deck already, its whole point is to just make a good board presence and proceed to put life at a range where it's not feasible to win against them. It's really rough. They'll regain their life multiple times and then just be carried off the back of their ice shield is strong. Nothing really too out of the ordinary in this deck from what I can see. We're gonna move over to Angel Santiago, and then yeah, you've got another Blessed beatdown. This deck is starting to get really popular, and one thing that lots of people don't understand is that one of this deck's natural weaknesses is red Star Dragon, because once a Nova hits the board and swings, this deck will lose most of its board, if not all of it, if it doesn't have Alice on board. So this is actually Alice level 3, mind you. So this is actually a very strong deck right now, because red was seeing less and less play. Red had kind of an abysmal, Star Dragon Red had an abysmal matchup versus control white, and then purple could stabilize on it pretty hard. So when that deck kind of got pushed out, yellow had the free reign to just do as it pleased. Next in the top 16, I do have to give a special shout out, because this is one of my personal best friends in life. This is Amani. Amani rocking the core control. He actually was putting out something different. I was looking at this in the Discord because we have our little group chat, and seeing the inclusions of Enterprise in the main due to the way the format is was great. Seeing the inclusion of Turbo Rex was also cool, because Turbo Rex gives you a very much so control setup mid to late game, where you're sitting here forcing your opponent to swing. If there are things that they can't, you can't decore, you can't like remove with your normal removal, Turbo Rex will allow you to force them to swing into things, and then you can take it from there. You got the Axe Spiders in the side, because setting up the Axe Spiders early game will really allow you to make these massive combos with suppression. Axe Spider and suppression will put you in a position where you just can't be killed that turn. It's some really good anti-aggro, and I love it. You see a Volcanic Break tech in here. Volcanic Break can catch a lot of things slipping, including Axe Spiders before they hit their level 2, or Elks before they hit their like higher levels as well. So you've got a lot of things that are good about this, and then you can see that Alice is there for some protection. If you guys want a deck profile from him, I can probably get that. Just let me know, and we will work from there. Moving past that, we got Juan Pierre. Juan Pierre is running another rush down. Like this one has a little bit more than just Pterosaurs, but it's a very rush down, beat down red deck. Nothing too out of the ordinary. The main deck core drains are pretty cool at 3 because, like I said, sometimes you just have cards in hand, but you need something removed, and this will get it done. Moving on to the next top 8 deck, you've got Jacob Snodgrass? Yeah, Snodgrass. And this is going to be another purple deck. This one is still core control, very much so seems like it, but it also mains the Trio Queen, and that's going to give it a lot of weird, out of the ordinary angle gas in that game 1, because sometimes she will just pull you out of things that you had no business being pulled out of. No Camelot, which does kind of confuse me because like Camelot's an easy go-to. When you have Maduke set up, Camelot's just like free punch, and I love that. But hey, this person did make top 8, so maybe I'm confused because I just did not see his vision. In the side deck, you've got a little bit of white, you got another Cursed Dragon. Sometimes I do see the need to go up to 4. Nexus removal, more Nexus removal, Dream Bomb, so that's pseudo Nexus removal, but also removal and suppression. Only 1 suppression. I like definitely running 3 or more because that card can potentially save you from getting just waxed out in the early game. But hey, to each their own. Congratulations, Mr. Jacob. Moving over to Gary Hilton, we've got another Pterosaur aggro deck. This one opts to main the suppressions in order to not get blown out by the mirror match on top of the bodies. Of course, Flamefish for more anti-aggro, Andromeda for next removal, Dirm Dino there just to punch through at the end of the game. This is pretty standard, just wherever the cards are. Next one, we've got Autu Grown. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. This one is definitely more like Curse, Nemesis. Nemesis at 4, you can already see what the deck is relying on. I'm very, very, very happy to see a deck like this. Rotting Swamp with some excellent synergies. Maduke in here at 2 for the top end, and then you're able to basically just control the board by destroying your own thing. So very, very cool. I don't think it's better than core control, but it is here, and it can catch some people slipping, especially when you think you're rolling against core control. So you focus on being a slower game where you pile the cores up, and then a deck like this rolls in and they just start popping your things left and right. You really get caught off guard, and that's something that can happen because you won't see Nemesis until Nemesis is ready to strike, and by that time you've already been put in a position where you're gearing up for core removal. Next, we're in top 4. This says unnamed deck, but it's a Kalon Gallant Lamb, and this is pretty much just a Pterosaur. You know, I was gonna say Pterosaur, but no, this is Star Dragon. It's got the base for a little bit of aggro with the Eagles, and of course Needleworm's gonna be in there. But when you start looking at this list, you see it's much more mid-range. You've got the Seagworm Nova, you've got the Duraludon for the in-game punch. You've got Andromedas, you've got Ares, and I like Ares because Ares has some great plays with Awakens. Once you have your Awaken stabilized, you can start cascading your board. You can swing, then Awaken with something else when you swing, then Awaken with something else when you swing, then Awaken with Ares when you swing. Ares will on top all those things. You can choose whether or not you want to swing again or just keep it as it is. Very, very beautiful. I really liked this combo when I was playing Red. But like I said, red might have a little bit of room to breathe because if you just face yellow after yellow after yellow, you will generally wax them just off mechanics alone. Next, we got Fernando Hernandez in the top 4, and Fernando is actually running a core control build as well. Lots of people are starting to run the Maduke as the top end. I've always kind of felt like she's a little too hefty in what I'm trying to do, but I can't deny how powerful she is. It's just that if you're on the back foot, I don't think Maduke helps get you off the back foot. I much rather come out with a swinging Cursed Dragon Bishop, which this deck still can. But yeah, very, very strong. Next in the top, or in second place, we got Devin Giddens, and he's running Pterosaur aggro. Nothing pretty much out of the ordinary here. But then, again, congratulations to him. Second place is no small feat. But the thing I wanted to highlight, because he is a personal friend, goes to my locals. Actually, they're probably more his locals, the way I show up. You got Luis, or Mr. Bean. Bean, as we know him, Bean TCG on like Twitter, check him out. But Bean actually is playing core control. You can tell our locals loves core control. A lot of us are on it. But Bean was actually playing this. The list is, again, very similar. Instead of Axe Biters in the side, he is opting to play Angelic Pressure, which is cool because Angelic Pressure gets around a fair amount of cards. But yeah, a lot of these things are standard. You got Camelot Knights because they allow you to make free bodies. They allow you to rush down. Beldegor is your anti-aggro solution. And you've got plenty of ways to take cores off. For Netherworld Depths, you can always side them off, easy flex slot, but they're oppressive when they start stacking. You got Dream Bombs in the main at 2, which makes sense because it's one of the best removal spells in the game. Side deck opting to have 3rd copies of both Dream Bomb and Burning Force, so he's doubling down, along with more core drains for the spot removal and suppression to be able to wall off people. So those are the top deck lists. I actually am enjoying how this format is playing out. Yellow coming up, giving room for red to be played, and then eventually if that cycles in, red will get beat down by white again. So it's kind of like a weird spot. Red, Star Dragon red, or Blessed Yellow will kind of interchange in playability depending on which one's more popular. So definitely love that. Now, just wanted to say, as per usual, you can look at the ad that's coming up for Mystic TCG. This will be the best place to buy your sealed product, and by using the code UNIXTCG, you can even get 5% off. So if you want to buy boxes or cases for set 2, this is the place, and I hope you guys go out there and check it out. Otherwise, make sure you hit the link tree. We got all the Corners of Universe X there. Congratulations to everybody that got it in. And if you want deck profiles for Amani Edwards' top 16 core control, or Beans, or maybe all 3 of us can get in a video to just kind of talk about core control, let me know. If I see enough comments wanting it, we can do it. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoy the double content drop today for Battle Spirits, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Later. So let's talk about Mystic TCG, your one-stop shop for all your TCG needs. On the site, you can buy or pre-order plenty of sealed product for plenty of games. Just make sure though, if you're pre-ordering, to give it 3 to 4 months in advance to start looking, because sometimes the product is indeed hot, supply and demand, you know? And then if you want to buy singles, go on tcgplayer.com. There's going to be a link in the description where you can buy for the best value. And if you want to sell cards or collections, you can message them on their Facebook site so you can get the best bang for your buck on any type of way you want to buy or sell cards. And then while you're at it, you can use the code UNIXTCG at checkout to get even more of a discount. So hey, what are you waiting for? Check out Mystic TCG today.